What's up guys, everyone is doing well. In today's video I'm going to be going over just a quick update here for Bitcoin. Then I'm going to go over total market cap for cryptocurrency, Ethereum Classic, Cardano, BNB, and also HBAR as well. But first off here on the 4 hour here for Bitcoin, been seeing a lot of people talking about the potential of a double top here. It's really only seen here on this 4 hour and up to like the daily at the highest, so it's not really too big of an issue right now. I think it just further follows through if we do break this ascending support we've seen so far, according to around like 20,000 up to $20,300. I think we could go down to around like 19.3, 19.5 if we do drop down. Again, just in general, as I've been saying, we just need to hold 19,000. Really, that's what is important right now to be held. And if in general, worst case scenario, we just need to hold 18,000. But I do believe we will, whether or not we get like a drop out of this curve for at least a period of time, we'll continue to move upwards. I don't really see anything too detrimental right now here for Bitcoin. But to further affirm that and what I've been saying about Bitcoin recently, here if we take a look at the total market cap, we can see again an ABCD pattern, which has been characteristic on all the coins in this current phase that we're in with respect to cryptocurrency. And if you're wanting some more elaboration on some of the things I'll mention in this video, I'll have those videos linked as cards at the beginning of the video, and at the end of the video I have 2 educational videos which will probably also help further elucidate some of the terminology or things that I say that I won't really explain too much. But if we take a look here at the indicators down here, you can see we are also getting right now pretty much, you can almost consider it not a bullish divergence. It's about borderline exaggerated bullish divergence at this point with respect to the RSI and oversold range that we've gotten in each time. If you go back and look at 2018 and also 2015 for the bottom, if we take a look at the stock RSI down here, we're getting lift off, which is good. Hopefully we'll be able to continue seeing movement momentum towards the upside. If we take a look here at the MACD, as I've been saying, this looks very similar to just about every other coin in the market right now. We've hit our lows and we're starting to jump back up now, converging upon zero. Hopefully we'll be able to hit that level as we did back here and just eventually break above it into another bull market for the market in general. The price target, funnily enough, happens to be pushing around 21 trillion, which is just interesting because Bitcoin's total supply is 21 million. 21 is just a Fibonacci number in general. It's important in plenty of other places of life. And I also just said in my video, I don't know if it was yesterday, but one of my previous videos, but just talking about how on the lower time frames, I believe, I still have the chart up here, it's important for Bitcoin to break 21,000 right now. I feel, according to this upper resistance curve that I have on here, I just feel like that's just a good number. It also lines up with this VPR support as well for some sort of culmination to break out in order to confirm a reversal into a bull market here for Bitcoin. And again, this is going to be happening towards the second half of next year, possibly leading into 2024, about the first 3 months or so. But here for Ethereum Classic, again, it's going to look, all these are going to look just about the same. We'll see ABCD patterns because that's just the phase that we're at in the current market with respect to Bitcoin and how the market moves relative to Bitcoin. Pretty sure all of you are mostly aware of how they all look just about the same. Here, if we take a look at the indicators, we aren't getting a bullish divergence or anything, but we are coming up from pretty lows, about as low as you can go so far. Usually once coins get about like the 35 range or below, it's typically a good time to buy for the most part. Here at the stock RSI, similar lift-off action. Hopefully we'll be able to gain this upper range to carry out positive movement similar to how we did back here for the previous bull run on this chart. Again, similar thing down here for the MACD. Came down the lows. We are getting a bullish divergence here on this MACD, which is nice to see. Converging upon the 0 point, as I've been saying, hopefully we'll be able to break above that, similar to how the MACD did back here. Again, the timing for this is around second half of next year, so price target is around $800 to $900 or so, lining up with the 1.328 to 382, just one of the golden pocket zones that I use. Because if you're not aware, when you flip a retracement or you reverse them, the 1.618 and the 1.382, or just the 618 and the 382 are pretty much just dual, like two sides of the same coin in terms of how their relationship with each other. If we do go any lower, which I don't think is too possible at this point, just down to this range down here at around 4 up to like $10 or so, which we've already come down to $10 just about at this point, around $13 at the lowest. is where this coin is likely to go, but we also did get a pink vector candle back here with respect to this bottom new set, which is another good thing to see as well. Here for Cardano, again, we'll see same thing, ABCD pattern. We have our pink vector candles being printed into our bottom right here. But take a look at our indicators. We are also getting a bullish divergence here. Stock RSI, hopefully we'll see a lift off here and not come back down, pretty much be magnetized back down to this lower bar. As I've been saying for the other coins, MACD, similar situation here. We've actually had a bullish divergence for pretty much the entire bear market, just about, with respect to the MACD and the price, looking at it up here from B to C. So hopefully we'll be able to continue upwards momentum and break above this 0 point and carry on that momentum towards the upside. Again, just to point it out, you can see if we take a look here at Cardano, we see this massive W down to the 18 bottom and then down to the March crash of 2020 and then up to the all-time high it's currently set. Again, that is just what Bitcoin did back here during this phase when it was going from 2017 down to the 18 bottom. You see again, there's this massive W here leading into the all-time highs. That just goes again into what I'm talking about how the structure is pretty much the same across cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin is just the fundamental store of value and it's just pretty much what it stands for and what it is. But here for BNB, again, we're seeing similar things here. ABCD pattern, we're coming down to the 786. Most of these for the most part have come down, as you'll see. 618 for Cardano. If we go back to Ethereum Classic, again, one a little bit lower, down to the 382, but 618 range right here with the 562 and the 0.5 was very important for consolidation. Also, don't have one for the total market cap, but I'm pretty sure that's where that one is as well. So we've come down to the 786 here for BNB, which I don't think is a bad thing. I still think the market is ready to reverse. We got our 3 vector candles right here, very similar to how I did back here for the November 2018 bottom here for BNB. Price target lines up with the 1.618, like many of the other coins are as well. This price target also goes up to around 21,000 again, which is just another funny thing to see that number popping up once more. No bullish divergence on the RSI, but we are in heavily oversold zones, like I said, where it came down to around like 25 or so, which is just about where the 2018 bottom went down to. Stock RSI, as you can see, is getting a nice lift off here after seeing a double bottom, which has been on a lot of the previous coins too, as I showed on the stock RSI. Here, similar situation for the MACD. We've already broke above it a little bit, the 0 point here on the MACD, so hopefully we'll be able to continue a flip similar to how we did back here leading into the high of April 2021. The price target again for this one is up towards around 20, around 22,000 or so. This one also is lining up, I'd have to believe, sometime more around the second half of next year. And all of these, which I believe I forgot to point it out at this point, but all of these, if you take a look here, and I put it on Cardano, but if you take a look, if you put 64, looking at these 2-week time frames for these coins, if you put a line along 64, which I went over in one of my previous videos, how 64 is just a very important number. It pops up in the hexadecimal hash target for Bitcoin's mining process. It's a part of Vedic Hinduism and the Sri Lanka. It's a part of the I Ching and ancient Chinese culture. These are going back to BC times. Nintendo 64 is a common one. There's 64 DNA codons in the human genome. 64 is a part of the mathematical doubling sequence. It has a plethora of important things associated with it. But you can see each time we cross above this here on the RSI, it pretty much indicated when the most parabolic movement of the bull run began. Go back here in August of 2020, you can see that here for BNB. Then pretty much the same thing back here for February of 2019. If we go here to Ethereum Classic, we'll see the same thing. We saw this parabolic jump right here once we crossed it, and it also correlated with seeing this minor move we got back here in January of 2020 for Ethereum as well. I don't believe I may have put it on here. Probably did. Yeah, okay. So if you take a look here at the total crypto market cap, lines up very nicely as well. You can see here, once we got to 64, perfectly lined up with when the bull market, like literally actually began for the total crypto market cap. See the same thing back here, similar to how Ethereum Classic looked, or BNB, my bad, looked. You see we pass it right here shortly after the March crash, and that's when this parabolic movement began. So we'll just need to see, I believe once we cross that, according to the structure that I have for the cycles and whatnot, and my ideas on it, I believe that could probably happen more towards like the first February, March or so of 2023, maybe even January or so, but around that time if I had to guess, leading into next year. But here for H bar, This one is having a very nice continuation of an M pattern that I'm seeing pointed out. This first one right here perhaps may look a little odd to some people, but I do see an M pattern here which led into this bottom. I think at our bull run we're seeing another M pattern right here leading into this bottom with our pink vector candles. So I believe we'll probably continue to trade sideways, perhaps longer. We already have traded longer than we did back here for this consolidation of November, October, December of 2020. And we're just entering again a similar phase. We'll just see a similar jump, I believe, which takes this price target up towards around $1.50 up towards around $2.40 or so. Again, around the second time of next year. This is one of the ones that did, because you know Bitcoin went from 64 to 69,000 from around March to November of 2021. Altcoins did the same double top thing as well, but some of them went drastically higher, and I'm still not sure if in the upcoming bull run we'll get this final kind of like blow off top into it, which means for some of these coins, for example, BNB didn't really do that. It went to the same high, so there's nothing really to factor in there. Cardano did go a little bit higher, which means it could go to around like $32 instead. 55 was the price target, 57. It could push up towards around like $72. Ethereum Classic pretty much just hit one high, and the total crypto market cap, again, we'll just have to find out. This is pretty much another main chart that I'm observing as well with respect to that. But for the most part, around $1.50 up towards, like as I said, $2.40. Again, second half of next year or so, perhaps bleeding into 2024 here for H-bar. Let's take a look at the indicators. You can see we're getting a bullish divergence as well here, which is nice to see. We're getting a lift off right here on the stock RSI. Hopefully we'll continue to do that towards the upside. Same thing again here for the MACD, hitting the lows, and hopefully we'll find reversal towards the upside, and we'll eventually carry on this momentum towards the upside here. But that was about all that I really wanted to go over in this video. Again, if you're interested in getting a little bit more of a breakdown on my overall ideas for Bitcoin and what could possibly be coming to it, I'll have those linked as cards at the beginning of this video, and also as educational videos at the end of the video as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you were able to learn something, and I hope you all have a blessed day.